Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And this time it's going to be very strategic, very planned. We are going to cover all the franchises one by one because this is the IPL trading season. And after that, the auction season will start. So all the fans are now buzzing up with the news of the auction date and they are thinking about the possibilities, combinations, what the team is missing. So today we are covering Punjab Kings and we have the face of Punjab Kings, the Sandy Paji with us. Hello Paji, how are you doing?
Very good. Super excited to be with you, Deep. It's been a while, and the shock news yesterday of Dubai, 19th of December. Yes, super excited. Hopefully, I might get a call from the franchise and say, "Sandy Paji, come and be there in person." So I'd love to do that, and I'm looking forward to seeing what business Punjab Kings do in the upcoming auction.
Yes. So before the auction starts, let's just do a quick recap for all the viewers that what went right and what went wrong for Punjab Kings in the last season. So if you look at their possible playing combination as of now that was there in the last season, Shikhar Dhawan was their captain. So my first question to you is, do you see him captaining Punjab Kings this season also?
I don't, unfortunately. I really like
Okay.
Shikhar as a player, like him as a person, but I just think some mistakes were made, with some of the bowling changes at the end. And I think we've just got to probably have a natural leader, somebody who's got that bit of, I'm not going to say arrogance or passion, or be able to control the group rather than just let things slide. So I think, especially with a younger group, I think you need somebody with that more authority. He has the authority with his name and record, but I think on the pitch we need some more captaincy experience, and that's what I hope. Something that we can rectify in the auction, because I don't see natural leadership within this current group.
But you see Shikhar Dhawan in the side, right?
Yes, I do see him in the front in the side. He batted really well. Then he got injured, and then he didn't kind of recover. And then the captaincy details, that could have been on his mind or on his shoulders. It could be, but in the group, I've said I'll be happy to keep Shikhar. If Shikhar is not around, then yeah, why not Punjab Kings go for Virat? Virat to be
Uh,
captain, Virat to open, and Virat being a Punjabi, it'll be amazing to see him in the red shirt of Punjab Kings.
yeah, that makes really sense. That aggression, that Punjab Kings, Sada Punjab, it will become really global with Virat Kohli's inclusion if that really happens. And then there's not much of a difference between Chinnaswamy and Mohale in terms of pitch conditions and everything. Both are batting paradise. So
Yeah, and
let's go.
he loves Chandigarh. So
Yes.
watch some of his videos. He's always talking about Chandigarh and Mohali, and he has very good record in Mohali. But again, it's a dream. It's a dream.
Yes.
But I can see Shikhar. I love Shikhar as again, Punjabi face, Punjabi leadership, very good for the franchise. But I just don't think he has the leadership potential. I think we just stick to the batting. We've got a lefty up the right top. If they did get one thing right, it was obviously keeping Prab Simran in and Shikhar. That was a really good basis for us in the last IPL.
Yes, that was my next question. Like Prab Simran Singh and Shikhar Dhawan, this combination was really blazing all guns fire in the power play for Punjab Kings. They were giving really good starts. Both played with a really good strike rate. Do you see this combination changing this season, or it was really good? It's the middle order that we should focus on.
Yeah, I would love to see this combination in place, but I just do think I think the franchise will probably end up going back to Johnny. And
Right.
if Johnny plays, Johnny has to open. So what does that mean for Prab? Do they drop him to third, 3 or 4, or do they bring in somebody else? So I think, to be fair, one of my question marks would be Johnny Bairstow, because since his injury, he hasn't performed. He isn't performing in the World Cup at the moment. Again, one of these players that I think Punjab maybe be able to upgrade to get somebody who is. I know on his day Johnny is brilliant, but we need a consistency in this team and consistency performances, and obviously the players not being injured. I think that's a massive thing. So I think Prabh Simran, second wicket keeper after Jitesh. Jitesh is going to get the wicket keeping. That's for certain. And but I think whether they can have another batting wicket keeper in Johnny and keep Prabh as a second backup, I think that's a better thing for me.
Yeah. So now just look at the middle order collectively. When you look at these names, Bhanuka Rajapaksha, Sikandar Raza, Jitesh Sharma, Liam Livingston, Matthew Short, Shah Rukh Khan, Sam Curran, all of these are players who are good enough to give you a 20-30, quick 20-30, but their big scores has been a big problem for them. And I think that's been the big concern for Punjab in the last season because none of them gave them consistently big scores, and all of them are averaged around 20-30, but their strike rates is around 150, 160. Do you think this one-dimensional middle order is something that Punjab King needs to change?
100%, I really do. I think what you need to do is once a couple of these go out, the cards, the middle of the court, the house of cards falls down. So you definitely need a player in there that is going to say, if they come in the fifth over, we'll stay there till at least the 18th. You need one player who can then rotate the strike quite quickly and then have to tee off when they need to. But if you have one attacking batsman and one batsman that stays there, even if the attacking batsmen do take risks and get out, you still got two or three more to come in. So I really think Punjab will have to really look at that. And I'll throw in a wild card. I really like Joe Root. I really like Joe Root as that
Right.
anchor person because I think he's done really well. Didn't get much joy for Rajasthan, but I think Joe Root could be potential if he goes on back on the market. One that I would look for.
Yes. And do you see him as a potential captain also?
Potentially, he's not done it much in the T20. He wasn't doing it in the 100 either. So captaincy maybe, but again, I think one of those players that they could possibly do and fits that mold. Will play most of the games, fit in at say 3 or 4, one of those positions. But he's going to stay there. And then you've got Jitesh, Liam that I would keep, and Shah Rukh, very good strike rates on their batting. So I still think there is potentially on that. Or the other option could be look at Raj Angat Bawa. He didn't play much last season. He's a decent batsman, can do a bit of bowling as well. Maybe they could have an Indian 3 or 4 as well. So they've got some options. I remember Taide did well.
Yes.
I was very impressed with Taide. He could fit that in as well. So plenty of options we've got in the middle order. But I think a marquee batsman in the mode of not really
Yes.
attacking, but a very good stayer. I call it a stayer, a batsman that will stay, look at the situation, and be able to take the team forward.
Yeah. Only an experienced, sensible batter who can like allow others to play the natural game and but then carry the innings. That's what Punjab Kings need in the middle order. Now let's go to the spin bowling attack. They have Harpreet Brar, they have Rahul Chahar, two proper spinners, and then the part-time spin in Liam Livingston or Sikandar Raza when they went out of Mohali. Do you think this spin bowling attack was good enough in the last season, or do you think like it's something that you need to fill in or look at some other options?
Yeah, this is the big question. What the fan base want? They want a quality spinner to work with Rahul Chahar. I think Rahul Chahar, economy wise, is pretty decent, but he wasn't taking the wickets.
It's
So again,
yes.
unless that improves, I don't see things. I was chatting to one of the fans yesterday, and they were saying they want Ash back. So
Yes.
Ravichandran Ashwin back in Punjab Kings, that would be something good. But again, I think they really need a quality spinner. Possibly, as I said, I was looking. I know Abhishek Sharma. He might be a good bowler. He can fill in with the ball, but still doesn't really answer
Yeah.
the spin option. So I would really think. And again, this is a lot of a problem with the franchise. We missed. We had Ravi Bishnoi, and if you
Yes.
tell me Ravi Bishnoi 7 crore, he'd be in this team.
Yes. Yes. I think they've spent like together, if you look at the collective price of Harpreet Brar plus Rahul Chahar, that was what LSG played for Ravi Bishnoi, right? They could have easily gotten Ravi Bishnoi instead of Rahul Chahar. He was a decent enough bat at number 8. But
Yeah,
okay, what's
and again, the thing, he had grown with the franchise. He had grown with the franchise, and basically he was the one who was next step up. But
Yes.
he's gone to LSG. I don't think that's for me. It's not. It's not. It's a new franchise. It hasn't got the pull of Punjab Kings, and he has a lot of friends in the franchise. So if you look at a lot of his social media, he's always with Arshdeep and some of the Punjab Kings players. So I think Brar, to be fair, Brar has done really well recently as well. But again, it's just the consistency, to score the 15-20 with the bat and then
Yes.
also take the wickets. And Brar was taking wickets, but he wasn't utilized properly by Shikhar, in my opinion, in the IPL. A couple of times when he could have bowled, he never bowled. And then he bowled him at the end of the innings when when it was only going to be one result that the batsman was going to win. So I think to me, you've got to get an Indian spinner. It's got to be an Indian spinner. I won't go abroad. I would go for an Indian spinner, a very, very quality wicket-taking spin bowler to complement Brar, Sikandar Raza, or Rahul Chahar. So I think two of them will play, but you need an Indian spinner. If you could knock the clock back on a couple of players, the older players. What's his name again? From
Murugan Ashwin or Amit Mishra?
Mishra,
Mishra, right.
Mishi Bhai would be perfect for Punjab Kings. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Now let's move on to the pace bowling attack. Do you think that you need any more players to add into your arsenal, because you have plenty of pace bowling options? The local guys, the overseas guys, they have been doing well for Punjab Kings, and that's what the ground also needs.
Yeah. I think this is possible changes can be made here. Okay, Sam Curran first. Didn't really perform with the bat, didn't perform with the ball for me. Didn't do enough. 1 second. Yeah, didn't do enough for me. Didn't do enough for me with the ball or the bat. So I really think that possibly he could be back into the the auction. And then obviously Kangiso Rabada. I think Nathan Ellis was the find for us. I think
Yes.
Kangiso Rabada is the one that we could potentially be putting into a trade and maybe get a Cummins in or maybe get a Stark in to see who comes in, but a quick bowler. And again, a wicket taker bowler who will complement Arshdeep.
Yes. So just looking at the squad and the last season's performances and the history of Punjab Kings, do you think that somehow the Aussie players have performed well for Punjab Kings as compared to the English players?
Very difficult to say. Very difficult to say because obviously Sam's been in and out. Bairstow had one good season, then was injured. Liam, to be fair, came into the Punjab Kings injured. Didn't perform at the start, but then right at the end, the 94 in Dharamshala, nobody's going to forget that. And again, he can offer stuff with the ball, but he wasn't bowled in the right place as well. So Liam, for me, is definitely going to be staying at Punjab. Matthew Short didn't perform because we know he can't play spin.
Yes.
So if you can't play spin, you'll get caught in India. It's pointless. So I think Matthew Short will be gone. And then Nathan Ellis did perform. So Nathan Ellis did come through. So again, we haven't replaced Sean Marsh. Yeah.
Yes, that's what I was coming to.
Yeah, we haven't replaced a Sean Marsh, and we haven't replaced an Adam Gilchrist. In that sense, Gilly's leadership was really, really good. He was, the heart of the franchise was through Gilly.
Yes.
You'll never forget Dharamshala on his last game taking the wicket and the celebration he get off. So again, I think some experience, some quality, players, top level qualities, not your experimental players. I think that's what Punjab probably need to go and concentrate on.
Yeah. So let's look at the last season's performances to just point out some of the red flags. Let's look at the batting. So as you see, there were some of the Indian guys and some of the overseas guys who performed decent enough. The good thing is that if you look at the strike rates, they have been striking really well because Mohali is a batting paradise. But then there's some of the big guys, at least the Matthew Short, the BBL guy, and Bhanuka Rajapaksha didn't click in the last season. So do you think these are the two guys who can be the first ones to go out if they have to prune down and get some budget and slots for overseas guys?
Yeah, most definitely. We didn't complete our overseas slots last season, and again, what we need to do now is get the quality in there. And again, I think Matthew Short fell short, and
Yes.
and Banuka is too hit and miss, and you can't have Banuka Rajapaksa and Johnny Bairstow in the same team because there's
Yes.
no consistency amongst those two players. On their day, they can be absolutely fantastic players, but for me, you need, a player with, the highest quality, who's going to play the games, who's not going to get injured. And the other thing that I want to point out is Bairstow gets injured, he gets a long-term injury. Barnaker gets injured, they get a long-term injury because physically fitness-wise, they may not be up to the scratch. So I really think that we need a fit, strong players to come in their place. And again, we've paid quite a lot of money for them. So again, that will again increase the purse. We already have more money in the purse than anybody else. So
Yes.
again, being able to get some rid of these players and replace them with the top quality players, I think is one for me. And I would, from coming from a biased perspective, someone like a Sam Hain, very, very good performer for Brisbane Heat, came back to my franchise, the T20 Warwickshire Bears, played brilliantly in that, played brilliant in the 100. Now has made his international debut, scored 50, 60 runs in his international debut, although it was against Ireland. A player like that who can play spin very well, can attack, but also has that consistency of performance. I think someone like that, Barnuka or Samain, I'd definitely go for a Samain.
Yes, makes sense. But do you think his career will go in the same route as David Malan in Punjab Kings, or like he will perform differently?
Who Samain?
Yeah.
Sam Hain will definitely perform. I've watched enough of
Okay.
him for the last 2.5 seasons live. The guy is amazing, and he's a brilliant fielder. He's a very, very good fielder as well. Yeah, the only thing he doesn't do is bowl. So if he could
Yeah.
bowl, we could possibly have a player like that. And again, he's going to be playing for Hobart this season, so I'm looking forward to watching him in Hobart and then seeing how he performs, and if he puts his name in the hat for the
Yes.
for that, I would love a player like that, and that's a player that I have watched that I can say, yeah, I can see that guy in Punjab Kings.
Yeah. So now let's just talk about this guy, Atharva Taide. So he got some 7 chances last season. He was impressive with the bat with strike rate of around 144. And then he averages around 27, which is good enough for an impact player because mostly he was used as an impact player. So do you think that this season he will get comparatively more chances, or like he will be the proper in the 11 instead of an impact player?
I can see that. I think we'll see how he's done in the Indian domestics, but I did see enough of a Tide to think that guy is going to be, a very, very good player, and he may be able to do that anchor role as well, because I think he's very, very good at going through the gears. He can start slowly, but he can make up at the end. So I thought he was very unlucky last time because he was making the good scores, and then we substituted him off at the end when
Yes.
that was probably the wrong call because he was a set batsman at that time. We should have allowed him to, go on and started attacking. So I really see him kicking up. But the player I'm most excited to see how he progresses is Shah Rukh, because I saw a lot of Shah Rukh at the end of the IPL. And, I was the biggest critic of Shah Rukh at the start of the IPL. But watching him train live at the stadium, you could see his timing and he's effortless of getting the boundaries. And always in the last over, he can hit those big sixes. So Shah Rukh is the one I still think, finisher come 6, 7, that position. I would be happy to see him. And whether Tide comes in, maybe if they drop Shikhar, comes up earlier, opens the innings with Prab, you could possibly do that. But yeah, Jitesh, Liam, that's the heartbeat of this team.
Right. So let's move on to the bowling performances in the last season. And some of the big names didn't click in the last season for Punjab Kings, especially in the bowling department. If you see Sam Curran, he didn't pick wickets. His strike rate is more than 24, which is he didn't even give you 1 wicket per match on an average. Same with Rahul Chahar. It's almost 37. As Paji was mentioning, he didn't give you wickets. So the two of the main guys, Sam Curran, who played all the matches, and Rahul Chahar, all the matches, didn't pick at least 1 wicket per match. Do you think this is something that's of concern, and one of these two should be released, and you need to find a replacement for these two?
Uh, Maybe Sam, unfortunately, maybe Sam. I don't
Yeah.
think the spinner market is going to be as good as the pace market. And I think maybe Sam, they could put him back in. Only really Chennai, because if they release Stokes, which I think will
Yes.
happen, will then be able to afford him. So I think that could be potentially a change. I would be disappointed because I want Sam to kick on. I like him as a player, but I still think the 17 crore, 18 crore we paid for him was far too much. It was at least 5 crore too much. So whether they put him in the auction and put him back in, depending on which other foreigners come in. So, we'd think Cummins might come in. Would I pick Cummins over Curran? I probably would pick up Cummins because then you've also got the captaincy angle sorted. And again, and then he will know he will have to play all the games and how many overs and where he will bowl. He would have more control of that as being the captain as well. So, and Mahali, I think Cummins will be a good fit for Mahali. So I think that ground probably suits his style of bowling. I think that might be something that I would probably look at. Rahul Chahar, it depends which spinners come available. I don't see the better spinners leaving their current franchises. But again, if Akshar Patel comes free, or if what's his name again, another top quality spinner comes free, then Rahul Chahar would go. Otherwise, I'll stick to Rahul.
Right. So let's talk about Rishi Dhawan a bit. Like he has been like I don't want to draw parallels, but he's been the Jaydev Unadkat of Punjab Kings. Like he has been performing really well in the domestic season. Every season he performs really well, both with the bat and ball, and he gives you that captaincy angle. But as soon as he comes to the IPL side, his performances are completely different than his domestic season performances. So do you think that this is something that they need to look at, and they need to fill in this role with Raj Baba more instead of giving Rishi Dhawan consistent chances?
Uh, so the thing is, you think about it, he got 4 innings, yeah, 3 innings or 4 innings he's played, or it's just not enough. And I think again, this is the problem that you have. The slightly older players have to have confidence from their previous matches, and he doesn't take that into the match or the tournament. He doesn't feel part of it because he thinks he's going to be dropped. So he does have that around him. And again, we chose not to play him in Dharamshala. So if he's going to play anyway, he's going to play on his home ground, and he didn't play there.
Yes.
So there were some weird things that were happening for the franchise. But again, as a player, I do like him. Again, he adds leadership. Thirdly, obviously, Indian experience as well. Because if you look down our team, the level of Indian experience isn't quite there. So you've
Yes.
got to have at least 2 or 3 senior Indian players within the younger team setting. So whether he's still going to be a squad player, starts well, or they find a way to utilize him, not bowl him at the end, not bowl him in the power play. When there's a couple of overs in the middle of the innings that he can skittle through some of those, which then relieves the pressure off them. Yeah.
So now let's move on to the strategic part. Let's look at now, after looking at the performances and everything, now just look at the salary caps and everything, and try to see whether these salaries justify the performances in the given season, or like is there a price driven strategic decision that franchisees need to take? Like 18.5 crores for Sam Curran, do you think it's worth it, or you can drop Sam Curran and get both Stark and Cummins in the same price?
Exactly that. Yeah. Depends on again what the budgets of the other franchises are, and I don't see any competition for us. when it comes to that, because we have the money in the bank, the money we saved last season. And if we put the 18.5 crore on top of that, it puts us in a very, very, very strong position to bid. And again, the problem what we'll have is when these players come out of the hat, is when do you make that decision and the knock-on
Yes.
effect that has on another purchase. So again, if Sam Curran comes in and we get him say 12 crores or even 8 or 9 crore because we outbid somebody, do we still have enough money to get a Pat Cummins in, a Stark in for that? Because I think that's where it would be. Stark would be a upgrade on Curran, yeah, because now he
Yes.
started batting well. As long as they can get 3 overs out of him on, up top, and then one, say from 14th, 15th, 16th over, and have that combination of Ellis and Arshdeep to finish the innings. I like that combination. So we've just got to be able to work on that. Yeah.
Yeah. So 18.5 crores of Sam Curran and 6.75 crores of Matthew Short. This is of certain, like this give you around 25 crores purse extra on top of the 12 crore purse that you already have, which is like almost around 40 crores. That's good enough to get two really good overseas players who will be one experienced captain, one experienced bowler. This is the kind of upgrade that you as a fan are looking.
100%, 100%. Again, competition for places, starters. Starters that come what may, come in and will start and improve the players that we have. Because the one thing we lack is the experience and the quality foreign player in the squads. So we were one short last time. Maybe get 3 foreign players in the squad this time, but 2 of them have to be someone like a Stark, a Hayne. That's why you could get a
Yes.
player like Sam Hayne. But I still think that we need those 3 plus a quality Indian spinner.
Yeah, so let's look at the Indian options and then we'll wrap up this video. So if you look at, they have paid Shikhar Dhawan and Shah Rukh Khan are the most paid guys, and they probably deserve this amount for the kind of role and the skill set that they offer. But the main issue has been 5.25 crores for Rahul Chahar and 3.8 for Harpreet Brar, which is almost like 8 to 9 crores of salary cap, which still doesn't deliver or give them wickets in the middle overs. So do you think with this 8 to 9 crores, there is an possible upgrade, or at least they should find a mystery spinner or something like a local unknown talent? That's what they should look for.
I would probably stick to Rahul Chahar and Harpreet Brar. Harpreet Brar again played well now, knows the wicket of Mahali quite well. Again, has a good standing within the franchise as well. For the social media aspect. Again, the fans relate to that. That's important as well. But yeah, he needs to up his performance. And Rahul Chahar, will you get a spinner, an Indian spinner of his quality? Probably not. So, and again, that would be the key area would be get Rahul Chahar, Harpreet Brar, and Liam, getting them in the right time at the right place within the innings. That would make a difference to us. But then again, if we did get a Cummins or a Stark or a Joe Root in there, because Joe Root can also bowl. So I would say that would be a pretty decent attack. Yeah, if we could get a young type of Mishibai in there, very, very good, very experienced. I'd go for that. But again, let's see who goes, which spinners go on the market. If we can upgrade it, then get rid. Otherwise, you're probably better off keeping them.
Yeah, so out of these uncapped, or I won't say uncapped, yeah, like uncapped Indian guys, the 11 to 16, which players do you think that PBKS will probably release to free up some of the slots that they can potentially fill in the auction? Baltej Dhanda, Mohit Rathi, Shivam Singh, Vidwat Kawarappa, Gurnur Brar, all of them,
I'll
some of
definitely
them?
keep Kavarappa. So
Yes.
Kavarappa would be our one that I will definitely keep. So I don't see him going anywhere. And again, the good thing is we've got them at low prices. So will we get anything better? Day would definitely not get better than 20 crore player than him. Baltej didn't got the opportunity that side, but knows Mohali really well, but has been with the franchise for a while. So I think Jitesh, we can't improve on that. Mohit Rathi only performed once. Shivam didn't play. and Gurnoon only played one game, but has a lot of potential. So I can't see them getting rid of any of them. To be fair, maybe Raj Bawa, because he's probably 2 crore, didn't prove himself. They could sell him and then bring him back. He's playing for Chandigarh this season, so that's probably one that they could potentially get. But other than that, realistically, yeah, I don't see them putting Shahrukh back in and trying to get him for a lower salary. They could do it because obviously they've got the
Yes.
money, so that could be potentially they could put Shahrukh back into the auction and braid 7 crore for him, and the 2 crore will save them messing around with the other the Indian domestic players.
Yeah. Yeah. So before we wrap up, what are a couple of possible trades, hypothetically speaking, that you are looking for? Like, if this happens, you'll be really excited. For example, if you want to offer Sam Curran to one of the franchisees, what are you looking for in return of Sam Curran?
Oh, that's a good question. People will say Ben Stokes, but I don't want Ben Stokes because he just doesn't bowl. But a quality all rounder. Very, very few of them around. I
So
don't
do
really.
you think Mumbai Indians will accept Sam Curran and give you Cameron Green?
Oh, I would love that. I would love that. I would love that. That's probably one. Or Jofra. Get Jofra in. Because 8 crore for Jofra. But yeah, I think Cameron Green might be the one that I would probably accept for Sam. And then basically, yeah, he will play and then he'll solve the batting issue. But I can't see Mumbai Indians letting go of Cameron Green. I just cannot see it. I think they probably got more chance of getting rid of Jofra than Cameron. So I think Cameron Green stays. And that the three big ones were Ben Stokes, Cameron Green, and
And
Sam
Sam
Curran.
Curran.
And because Sam Curran came first, we got him, and then we couldn't bid for the other two. So yeah, Cam Green. That's a good shout, Deep. Yeah, but I never thought of Cameron Green because I don't think he will go. I don't think any of the ones. The one that I might go for, Umran Malik, yeah,
Right.
or Abhishek Sharma, yeah. If we could do a trade, Sam Curran for, or Marco Jansen. I like Marco Jansen as
Yes.
well. So
Yes.
three players that I wouldn't mind doing it. But Abhishek Sharma coming back to Punjab Kings, that would be very good move for us. Mayank Markande maybe as a spinner. But yeah, it'd probably have to be Sunrisers that we have to do most of the wheeling and dealing with. But if Cameron Green for
Yeah.
Sam Curran happens, I'd be happy with that.
But probably most of the spinners are with Rajasthan Royals, and they don't play them more often. Like, they have Ravichandran Ashwin, they have Murugan Ashwin, they have Yuzi Chehal, but still, like, do you think Murugan Ashwin is something that you can get if you are probably willing to give Raj Bawa to Rajasthan Royals, because they need that number 7, number 8 guy?
Probably not. I'm not a big fan of Murugan Ashwin. I'll be
Okay.
honest with you. Yeah, and again, Murugan Ashwin, what does he offer that we haven't already got in the bowlers? Not much. So Raj Bawa still has the potential. So I'd happily do that. So I'd stay now. No, we probably won't go there. I'd probably look at somebody trade wise. Yeah, I think the no brainer two trade wise is Shikhar for Virat, and then Sam for Cam. Sam for Cam, I'd go for that. Yeah, I'd go. That would be my ideal thing because, to be fair, Virat needs to leave RCB now. He's been there too long. He needs to move on, and why not come to Delhi or Punjab? I think that's a good fit for him.
Yes, yes. Okay, let's imagine the star-studded lineup. Virat Kohli coming in, Prabh Simran, then probably Atharu Tahire, Jitesh Sharma, Liam Livingston. Then
Shah
you
Rukh.
have Shah Rukh Khan, and then in a hypothetical situation, you got a Pat Cummins, Kagiso Rabada, Nathan Ellis, Arshdeep Singh, with Rahul Chahar, impact player Harpreet Brar. This is probably a dream team that can go all the way and give Punjab Kings their first cup.
Yeah, a first cup, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the right dynamics. We had a good auction last time. We didn't perform. I think that's one thing that has to happen. We won the big away games. We won them. Yeah, beat Chennai in Chennai. beat Mumbai in Mumbai. We won the big games. Our home form was terrible, and one of the reasons behind that is we didn't play Kagiso Rabada, Nathan Ellis together in any. I think we only one game they played together. So again, we didn't utilize the home strength. Had we won two of the home games, we would have been in the finals. So that's how close we were last time. So I think a bit of tinkering, a bit of learning. Again, it'll be the second season for Trevor Bayliss. So I'll look for that. And the big mistake that we made, and I keep telling everybody this, is why the hell did we let John T. Rhodes go? Because our fielding was terrible. The last two seasons, our fielding was really good. Last season, our fielding was absolutely abysmal, and letting John T go was a big factor in that.
Yeah, so let's hope that this time all the players are fit, especially Shikhar Dhawan, the big guys, Johnny Bairstow, and if they keep Bhanuka Rajapaksa, which I don't think will happen. So if all of them are fit, then I think Punjab Kings have a really good squad, and they have a really good purse that they usually have in all the seasons before going into the auctions. But this time they can really buy some good players. So with this note, let's bid a goodbye to our first episode, and we'll review other franchisees very soon. But in a hypothetical situation, which possible trade do you think will benefit Punjab Kings? Drop in the comment box. Is it the Virat Kohli coming in for Shikhar Dhawan, or is it the Cameron Green coming in for Sam Kerr? And just let me know your thoughts.
Thank you, guys.